Welcome everyone. Welcome to my talk about better teamwork with Microsoft and Atlassian. My name is Andreas. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Yasoon. And yeah, Yasoon is an established marketplace vendor from Germany. We have around about 3,500 customers all over the world that are using our apps. And we are a pure marketplace vendor. So we have no consulting business. We really focus on creating tools for the Atlassian marketplace. And we have one specific focus. We focus on integrating Microsoft with Atlassian. More precisely, we integrate Office 365 with Jira and Confluence. And this is our topic. And we have 6 apps in the marketplace that provide different integration, provide different smart workflows to connect these two ecosystems. And today I want to show you a little bit more how we can help you to create a real digital workplace, to make it easier for your users, and to bring more joy to Jira and Confluence. Before I run into a demo, I quickly want to talk a little bit more about our background. Why do we believe in Yasoon and why do we believe in our tools? And we think there's no one tool that works for everyone. So basically you always have to work with different tools, and yeah, collaboration starts where you work. And so let's have a look on a typical project. So maybe in a development team, Jira is probably the main tool. There everything is documented. There you have the sprint planning, the project planning. But for a business team, Jira is probably, even if they use Jira, it's probably not the main tool. They probably more use Teams to collaborate, to share ideas, to exchange documents and things like that. And if I'm working with external customers, they are more I often have the baseline with emails. They are working with Outlook. And so depending on who I'm working with, I need to work in different tools. And yeah, we want to provide a meaningful integration between all these tools to make it as easy as possible. And it doesn't matter to who you communicate in this moment. And yeah, the big part of my presentation should be a real life demo. I think it's always easier to see it than just talk about it. And I want to split my demo into 2 parts. First of all, I want to show you a little best of some apps that are already available on the marketplace. And I will also have a second demo, which will be exclusively on our Microsoft Teams for Jira integration. We have a brand new app which is currently in beta. It is a completely different concept than what you know from other Teams apps. And so we are super excited to show it. It's actually the first time we show it to a larger audience. Currently it's just used for a couple of customers. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to show this here at the first time. But let's first have a look on what is available today. And let me quickly switch to Outlook. Yeah, so here we are in Outlook. I'm currently looking at an email. It is from one of my coworkers. And he has sent me some requirements. He needs, yeah, some new features. And the first thing I'm gonna notice is that this email has been sent to multiple persons. So I probably need to decide if this email has been handled by one of my coworkers already. So maybe Anna or Jennifer have read this email earlier and have already taken care of it and have started some actions. And here, Outlook Email for Jira helps to bring Jira context right into Outlook. So it is an Outlook add-in which provides these 3 buttons here on the top. And to answer my questions, I can quickly click on View Issues. And it will now load the sidebar here, and I can directly see if there's a context to this email or to the whole email conversation. And so I can directly see there are no issues related. So neither Jennifer nor Anna has already created an issue for this email yet. So let's do it. Let's be the nice coworker, and I'm gonna create a ticket for this. And the create issue dialog should be really familiar for you. You can just select a project and an issue type, and based on this, it will automatically render in the same way as you're used to in Jira. So if you have some more complex screens, custom fields, that is all covered here in this create issue screen. Also, the description is automatically converted, so you can have a nice readable email even in Jira. And you can also choose to upload attachments, or you can upload the whole email. You could also upload additional files if necessary. And of course, you have full search capabilities here. So for example, I can assign this issue to my coworker, Toby. And then I can simply create it. It will create the issue in Jira. It will upload all the attachments. And if I reload the conversations, now you can see to this email there is a related issue. And if Jennifer or Anna, my other coworkers on this email, would have a look on this email, they would see exactly the same thing. They would see, okay, to this email, Max was so nice to already create the issue. And of course, here I get a quick overview with what is the status and the ticket. But I can also click onto it and see more information, and I can change some data. I can even add a comment or something, so I can really start working with this issue right here in Outlook. The really interesting thing about it is that an email is often not just a one action. It is more like a conversation. So if I'm switching to a second email, you can see it is the same conversation. He just added more information to it. You can see our add-in understands it is the same conversation. So it is suggesting you the same issues as before. And probably the information here Max has sent are also important. And so you can quickly add them to the issue as well. You can just right-click, add to issue, and it is opening another screen. And as you can see here, the issue is automatically pre-selected. Of course, you could also search for any other issue, and it will add the information to the ticket as well. And yeah, so now we have taken care of these emails, and I can work really organized within Outlook and have all my Jira information handy. And yeah, and with this little notification, we can directly open the Jira issue. So here we are. And yeah, as you can see, the attachment has been taken over, all the formattings, and yeah, now let's assume the task has become bigger. There are a couple of people involved, and you finally need to decide something, and you have to schedule a meeting. And this can be quite challenging, given that we are now working more and more with remote teams. They might be distributed on multiple time zones. And we make it super easy to schedule a meeting for any issue in Jira, be it a normal Jira software project or a Jira Service Desk ticket. We bring Outlook availabilities right into the issue, and if I click it, you can see it renders a little area here, and you can see all the involved persons on this issue. So it's me as a reporter and my coworker Toby, the assignee. I can directly see Toby is currently not available, so spontaneous meeting is not possible. But it gives me a couple of suggestion times that would work for all attendees at the same time. And so I can simply click on one and can send a meeting invite right here from this issue. And yeah, I can have a couple of options. I can add Teams meeting, so there will be a virtual meeting room available. I can add a comment to the meeting invite, and I can decide whether I want to have a comment on the Jira issue as well, so that just everyone knows, okay, there has been scheduled something, you get an additional notification. Especially, of course, you can also invite more people. And yeah, then you can send out the meeting. It will send out a meeting request in Outlook just like you would do it anyway. Create a Teams room, create a Jira comment, and yeah, now you can see there has been this comment, and you can see the area has changed now. There is an upcoming meeting scheduled for tomorrow, and you can easily pick it up here and join the meeting online. And yeah, and that's Outlook meetings for Jira. So yeah, here we are back in Outlook. So let's have a look at the calendar. Here we can see the meeting request that I have just sent. Interesting. Here again, you can see the Outlook add-in working. So I can just select the meeting and it will automatically detect the related issues. So I can work the same way as shown before. This time I want to show something different. So let's open the meeting. Here you can see, okay, there has been no comment from my side entered, but you have the link back to the meeting. And now I want to have a prepared meeting because it is a complicated topic and I want to make sure everyone is on point and can already prepare for this meeting. And so we have another feature to create meeting notes directly from Outlook. So I can click on my meeting notes agenda, and here it remembers my last selected space and page. So this will be in space PM and on the space on the page meeting notes and the default template, and then I can create a new agenda. And now I can just start creating the agenda, discuss credit card providers. And I can also give it a duration, for example, saying like 30 minutes. And now it automatically detects the meeting has only been scheduled for 30 minutes. This won't work. So I could, for example, adjust the end time. And yeah, you can see it has added a link to the meeting note agenda. And yeah, as soon as I send, so you can see it is still in status draft. As soon as I send the meeting update, it will create the meeting notes page in the background. Yeah, there's no location set here. So, and yeah, now I have created a meeting notes page. And yeah, it's using a template, so you can define how it should look like. And here's our agenda. And yeah, that's Outlook meetings for Confluence. So yeah, that was demo part 1. I have shown you 3 of our products, just a quick overview and how they work together, which was Outlook email for Jira, Outlook meetings for Jira, and Outlook meetings for Confluence. They are all available on the marketplace. They are available for cloud and server. And yeah, just check them out if you are interested. Now, I promised to get into part 2 of the demo, which will be about our Microsoft Teams for Jira integration. And you may have already tested some connectors, some other apps that are already available on the marketplace. We want to do something completely different. We want to bring real-time collaboration into Jira, powered by Microsoft Teams. And I'm going to show you a live preview of our app, and as mentioned before, we will release it during the summer for cloud first, but we will also provide this for Jira Server as well. So yeah, we are back in Jira, and yeah, you all know you have normal comments where you can collaborate on an issue, but comments have a few issues. First of all, it is only possible to comment with a valid Jira account. So if you're working with customers, if you're working with other departments in your company, they might not be able to comment on an issue, or you need to pay for a license. And second one, it just feels very clunky, so it's not really easy to have a collaboration on it, to have a discussion on it. It is more like to document some decisions, and I have tried this, and this is the result. But if you really want to work on something and say, hey, I have two designs, what do you think? Is it the first one or the second one? And then 5 people are commenting. It's really hard to follow on comments. And that's why we created an additional tab for Microsoft Teams. If I want to collaborate on an issue, I can directly start a collaboration right here into Teams. And I can select the channel I want to post it into. I can give it a message, of course, hey. And now I can also tag people. And the interesting thing here is I can tag everyone who is available in this channel. So I could tag a customer, I could tag a project manager, and they do not even need to have access to Jira. I can tag everyone here that is allowed to enter this Teams channel here. I can also decide to include a card with the issue details, and then I can send it. And now what's happening is that you have a related conversation for this issue in Teams. So you can see the initial post, and you can reply here, but you can also see all the other replies that have been made in Teams directly here at your issue. And okay, and here we can see the Teams side. Here you can see the message that I just posted into the channel. You can see the mention, you can see the issue details, which is a card. And yeah, now all the comments and all the collaboration that's taken place here will be automatically visible on the Jira issue itself. And so it basically doesn't matter whether you work in Jira or whether you work in Teams. You can just add your opinion, we make sure that nothing gets lost and you can still understand how a decision has been made. And yeah, I think this is really, really great to collaborate with customers, with people who have no access to Jira. We, for example, use it for ourselves for the beta on this product. We have invited all our customers for the beta into an own channel. And there they have a free guest account in our Teams channel. And there we share new ideas we have for the integration, and then all the customers in the beta can comment on it. And we make sure that everything is tracked and we do not forget about anything with our product. And of course, there's still a lot to do. So it's really an early beta, and we want to get your opinion about it, and we want to know how this use case, what you think about this use case. What we will provide is to make everything real time. Right now, you have to refresh. And we will, of course, also provide a bot here on Team side that you can not only start the conversation on Jira, but also right here and say, okay, let's talk about, and then you can reference the ticket. But this is honestly, this is something that is already available by the other Teams apps as well. But we just want to combine everything, and we want to provide the best Teams app that will be available. And as I mentioned, we are super excited about this, and we want to grab your feedback. And if you are interested in this, and if you have a use case in mind, just let us know. We are really, really happy to hear about it. And yeah, that's basically it from my side. That were our demos, and yeah, about us, about all our product. We have like 3 visions we want to achieve. We want to simplify work within a team. We know everyone is working with its own tools, and we want to bring them together. We want to make it as easy as possible to share information, and we also want to make sure you have all the information available you need wherever you work. And of course, we want everyone to be more productive and reach their goals much faster. Thank you so much. And yeah, now I'm available for Q&A. And yeah, as mentioned before, if you are interested in the Teams app, which is so important for me personally, so you can also send me an email directly. We have no landing page yet. Just send me a mail, and then I will try to get you into the beta version. And now, yeah, I'm ready for some questions.
Hi, Andreas.
Hello from Germany.
Yeah, it's great to have you online. We have received a couple of questions regarding your apps.
Oh,
let me read
great.
them. Yeah, let me read them for you. So the first one is related to Outlook email for Jira. So this product has 2 forms, a light one and a full version. So what's the main difference between the 2?
The main difference is the deployment options. So basically we have the same code, but the light version only works together with Office 365. With the professional version, you have more options. You can you get a comment, and we can support older Outlook versions. We can support older Exchange servers. Yeah, you just get more options when it comes to deployment, and the light version is only for Office 365.
Okay, thank you. The second question is related to Outlook meetings for Jira. So as we could see, it can offer the users time slots available for the meeting. So how does it prioritize the time slots offered, available time slots? So what's the algorithm it selects the time slots?
Yeah, I mean, there is like an API provided by Outlook, by Microsoft. So we don't code it ourselves. It is a mix between, we obviously always show the first possible meeting, and then we try to stretch it a little bit on the next day. So it's not like first possible slot 9 a.m., 9:30, 10, and 10:30, but we want to, okay, if 9 does not work, probably 9:30 does not work either. And so we try to stretch it a little bit. So have the first possible, and then for each day we provide another suggestion.
Thank you. It is great to see. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, and also it considers working times, time zone difference. So like if I am working from 8 to 4 or only from 8 to 12 or something because I'm a part-time employee, that's all considered finding the correct meeting time.
Okay, thank you. That's great. As we could see, it was a beta version of your new app, the Teams for Jira, as far as we could see. Yeah. Can you please explain us the most typical use cases you expect this app was going to be used by your customers?
Yeah.
So what's the typical use cases?
Yeah, right. Right now, we want to focus on the collaboration aspect. So whenever you work in Jira to manage your project, but you have external stakeholders like customers or probably even internal users, you always have the decision, do I want to invite them into Jira or not? So this is like a main decision you always need to do when working with external resources. And Teams has the ability to have free guest accounts. So you can create a channel, you can invite them into a Teams channel. That's what, in our experience, what a lot of customers are already doing. They have a Teams room for their project where they can share files, where they can collaborate on. And now with our app, we seamlessly integrate these Teams channels with Jira. And so you don't miss anything and you don't have to maintain Jira as a separate tool just to keep your backlog and the sprint planning.
And and why do you think that the users will use Teams to collaborate on issues instead of Jira? So why?
As I mentioned, of course, if everyone is already on Jira, it's perfectly fine to use Jira. But often, if you have a customer, they do not have access to your Jira automatically. So either you pay for it and you get a license and you onboard them to Jira. And often, if it's a customer who's not using Jira regularly, they tend to just react on the email notifications. And in our experience, and this is what we heard from other customers as well, these collaboration on Teams, it is free. So there's no doubt, should I invite them or not? And some companies, they already embrace these kind of working, have a own team in Teams, work there, have everything in one place and collaborate there instead of sending emails and maintaining Jira separately. That's the main idea. And it's all, basically it comes to, do you want to have your customers be in Jira or not?
So it's simply a better collaboration platform than email.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you plan to provide a solution to synchronize calendar events to Jira?
Honestly, we do not. We have heard that a couple of times. We don't think this is a good idea because Jira issues are not calendar entries. What we provide is a task synchronization. So we basically have an app that synchronizes Jira issues into Microsoft To Do. And this also show up on the Outlook calendar. So you have a small toolbar on the bottom. And then you can start scheduling these tasks into your calendar and can say, okay, today I want to work for 3 hours on the following Jira issue. But we don't, we have thought about that, but we haven't found a really good solution how to synchronize Jira issues into the calendar. So you know when do you really work on it, and it's not just cluttering your calendar. And so we think the synchronization into To Do brings the same benefit. You have it in your calendar, you can see all your assigned issues and what you should be working on, but it is not cluttering your calendar, and you can really just drag and drop them into your calendar and say, I want to block 3 hours for this issue.
Thank you. I think it's clear. Okay, just getting back to Outlook for Jira, Outlook email for Jira. Can you transition the issues? You can create and comment them and modify the fields, but
yes, in the sidebar you can basically do all the standard actions like changing fields, transition the status. We also have support for workflow screens. So if there's if there's no screen, it just transition the issue. If there is a screen, it shows a pop-up where you need to provide the mandatory fields or something. This shouldn't be an issue.
Okay.
And I think this is one of the more used features actually, because maybe you're waiting for something and then you get the result by a partner or by the customer, and then you transition the status and continue to work, and you don't have to go into into Jira.
And what about service desk comments, internal and public comments?
Same thing. We have support for that. And yeah, as soon as we recognize it is a service desk project, it has a request type, then we just show 2 buttons for internal and external comments.
Thank you, Andreas. I think our time is over now. But please expect some questions in Slack. So if you have time, just stay around.
I will be around for, I mean, we have a public holiday, but I'm at home and I will be around for another hour or so.
Wonderful.
So yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know. Send me an email, write in Slack. I will be there.
Okay. Thank you very much for the presentation and the QA.
Yeah, thank you too, and have a good day and enjoy the rest of the
Thank you.
Atlassian day.